Good morning. It is actually morning today, unlike yesterday's morning chat, which was close to afternoon for me. Anyway, we're back in, and as I sit here with my overgrown hair, it's not the only thing that's grown. My tendency to snack too during lockdown definitely grew. And as I sit here with this long hair, which I've done nothing about, even since the hairdressers have opened up, mainly because I've talked about it but not actually prioritised it and put it in the diary. And if it doesn't go in the diary, it doesn't get done. Morning, Julie. That is the truth, and I will put it in the diary, but at the moment, the time I was going to slot to it has now gone to the dentist as they've made an appointment for me, which is quite nice, actually. So, let's talk about shakes. Let's talk about this area, and this kind of comes in with my tendency to snack over lockdown, which has come in, and I've actually used shakes a bit more than normal, simply because I've realised just how much kids eat every 1 to 2 hours. Like, they just seem to eat. It's all good stuff too. It's not like they don't eat their dinner. It's not like anything like that. They snacking on. We leave a fruit bar on the side, and they just literally there all day. Sometimes they have a few bites. Sometimes they eat the whole thing. Whether it's fruit, yogurt, veggies, the odd ice cream, of course, the odd ice lolly, mini milks are great. Dinner time, not forgetting that. But there's a tendency then just to eat all the time. I could spend the day eating. Now, having like a little rule or like a bit of a plan for me in that I will then go, just at lunchtime I have a shake. That's just the rule. That's just what I do. And sometimes the kids actually have it too, and they love it. I chuck loads of veggies in. So it's not like, just a bit of powder. I use whey protein, almond milk, a fruit, so whether that's frozen blueberries or frozen banana. I chuck spinach in there. I'll chuck any veg in there if I'm honest. And they don't even notice. They love it. They just think it's ice cream. Little do they know, they're eating like 4 of their 20 million a day. So, all good. But the thing that it does, it stops me picking. It actually stops me eating leftovers because I have a little rule and I just go, right, so I have a shake for lunch. It just makes it easy, whereas I have fewer choices. And if you think about, yes, this might not be perfect. Yes, you might prefer to have chicken and salad or whatever, jacket potato, whatever you want. But you've got to remember that if that then means that you're picking a bit more, if you're not actually doing it as often as you'd like, then is it worth even knowing? Like, we only get results of what we do, and actually for me, that suits me a lot better. Because if we have a meal all the time, or I'm picking all the time, I have choice, I'm relying on more willpower. And actually in the day, I'm very busy, so I'm in and out. I don't actually have lunch with the kids, breakfast and dinner normally, or one or the other, especially now. In lockdown, it was a bit different, but since lockdown's eased a bit, having that option to just go, right, I have a shake for lunch has actually just helped my snacking massively, because it also means I'm full up and I've got a ton of nutrition in as well. So this brings me on to, are shakes okay? Because you often hear things like, I just prefer to eat real food. It's not natural to have shakes. Meanwhile, we're eating hummus and peanut butter. That's basically a shake, isn't it? When you think about it's processed. It's a great way. On the other hand, you hear like, it's a great way to get protein in. Protein will keep you full up. It's also important for muscle, for strength, and can also be a very important tool in helping you stick to a diet that helps you lose body fat, which then helps improve your health markers like cholesterol, blood pressure, makes everyday tasks easier, takes pressure off your joints. It's also cheap and convenient. Yeah, I could have a chicken breast, and most of the time I'd prefer to, but if you think about it, a chicken breast is probably about 5, 6, 7 times the price, maybe even more. Not that I have them all the time, but I might have a shake for lunch. I might do this scenario about 3 to 4 times a week. And it actually helps control my intake a bit more, and it gives me more caloric space, if you like, for the evening. So when we have our evening meal, we've got way more flexibility of what we're having as a family when we sit down and have a bit more of a sit-down meal. So I'm going to summarise, though, why shakes might be a good thing. And before I go into that, I just want you to remember that calories are king. So no matter what diet you do, pretty much when they account for calories in, calories out, it kind of evens itself out. So if they put people on a low-carb diet, or they put people on a low-fat diet, when they actually control for calories, it kind of works out the same. That's not to say that one is better than the other for you, because it might be. For me, a lower carb diet is definitely better because my gut's better. I don't spend half my day on the loo. So, for me, IBS, better. Anyway, less about that. So, convenience. let's talk about why you might want to use a shake with this. So if you consider that protein and fiber will help keep you full up, and that time is often a big factor in why we don't do the things that we know we need to do, or willpower or motivation, we want to make it easier. There's a big thing for saying, let's make it convenient so we actually do it. You might have to make a lot of changes in your journey to get the results you want. You know, I spoke to someone yesterday, they wanted to lose 8 stone. It's going to be a journey. It's going to be a journey. And this could, not that doesn't have to be, but it's just a tool in the toolbox, could be a choice here. And this means that, you know, they won't have to prepare foods, they won't have to weigh foods, they can create enough caloric space for the evening so they can just kind of eyeball portions. So in the evening meal, they'll have like good protein source, if that's lean meats, whatever, some fish, lots of veggies. But then in at lunchtime, they'll have a shake. And it just allows them to give them a bit more structure to their day without having to be really like, oh, I've got to plan every meal, and then they never get round to doing it. And that's been their obstacle in the past. Things are really confusing. So then we beat ourselves up and we're back to square one and worse. So convenience is a big thing, and that's why I kind of like them. Quality of nutrition. So some people would say, like, you know, what about nutrient deficiencies? Now, yeah, some shakes and bars and stuff will have loads of sugar added to them. But I recommend you make your own shake. So you can make the choice then to have it as a shake, or you could just have it as food if you like. So it could be a handful of berries, handful of frozen spinach, protein powder, 250 ml of almond milk or milk, whatever, or water. You could add some fiber in there, like flaxseed or something like that if you wanted to. And that's pretty nutritious, right? You're getting all the nutrition you need in there. Veggies, greens, a very good one if you don't like greens too. You won't even taste them. In fact, I put like peas, I've put like frozen anything, veg in there. Kids don't even notice. They love them. So, are shakes natural? That's another question I get. And you just got to remember that they're no more unnatural than eating yogurt. You know, like whey protein, for example, is found in yogurt, it's found in milk, breast milk, formula milk, could go on. Vegan protein powders are obviously processed from, still just natural, processed from like peas, soybeans, etc., to extract the whey from it. So to extract the protein from it. So yeah, like it's no more unnatural, I guess, than eating peanut butter, which is blended. That's a process. So in summary, these are a tool in the toolbox. You don't have to use them, but it could make things a bit more convenient to you. It could make things a bit more easier for you. It could be a tool that you use if you're struggling for time, struggling to plan your meals, struggling to make it perfect, and then we're never getting around to actually doing it because we're waiting for that perfect diet, perfect moment, that perfect thing that we'll do when life calms down, but life never seems to calm down. So, like I said, you could try it. You could have, say, your normal breakfast, make a rule where you say, right, just have a shake during the day, and I can have another one for a mid-afternoon snack if I want to, give yourself permission. Then in the evening, I'll have my evening meal. Or bring your evening meal a bit earlier. There's a little structure for you. You could have breakfast, shake, evening meal. Try and get your protein at every meal around that as well. That's going to help keep you full. Lots of fibre. But like I said, tool in a toolbox without really weighing everything. Hope that helps. I am off for outside sessions. It is hangman this morning. And then we have our live workouts with Julie, which is a bit higher intensity today. And interesting because higher intensity, often people go, oh, I won't do that. After a few weeks, they try it, control what they can, do what they can. All of a sudden, they start to build their confidence and it's done. All of a sudden, they're doing high intensity and they never thought they could. Look at that. Take care. Have a good day. Let me know what your thoughts on that. If you've tried any shakes or anything like that before. Remember, I'm not talking just about shakes here. It could be that you just have the ingredients, minus the veg, I guess, as a yogurt, whatever. Structure. Take care and speak soon.